Hi, welcome to Partially Plastic. I'm here with Elizabeth, and she has a great story about how she got her cosmetic surgery covered through her insurance. Elizabeth, you want to tell everybody your story?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. This is a great opportunity. So I just wanted to say thank you.
I'm so
Um,
excited to have you here.
you're welcome. So for me, I have gone through a journey. So for me, I have lost a total of about 115 pounds. And with that comes a lot of extra skin. No one really tells you about, the things that you have to go through with that. A lot of body dysmorphia comes with that. I had, a lot of bullying, a lot of body shaming that comes with that. And unfortunately, it was horrible. It was horrific. And I had to deal with that. And I know that, I didn't have anyone to kind of have that support and to kind of really share that experience. And I knew that I could get this through insurance, but I didn't really know how. And so I did some extensive research. And as I was going through this, I had to kind of get over my body dysmorphia somehow. And I knew that I had to really put myself out there and be vulnerable in this situation. So I decided to kind of just make a TikTok account, and I just kind of put my story out there. And
We're gonna link the TikTok in here also, just in case anybody wants to see and follow her journey from the future.
yeah, thank you so much for that. And when I was telling my story, I didn't realize that other people were going through the same thing. And with that, I was actually helping other people, and we were sharing the same experience. And as I was sharing my experience, I was helping other people and get get it through insurance. And this process is very overwhelming, extremely overwhelming. You have all these hoops and hurdles that you have to jump through. You have, doctors that you have to talk to, and it's extremely overwhelming. So, what I decided to do is every time I get very anxious and very overwhelming, what I do is make a checklist of what I have to do. And then every time I do something, I cross it off. So what I decided to do was actually make a step-by-step process on what you actually need to do in order to get this approved through insurance.
Oh, wow.
So I made it is 8 steps to actually get it approved. And so far, I have gotten a breast reduction. I have gotten a full extended tummy tuck with muscle repair. And actually, today is 4 weeks post-op from getting a bilateral thigh lift
Oh, wow.
completely covered by insurance.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's
Can you
just,
briefly explain the process of how you got it covered? Not like,
yes.
real in depth like you do on your TikTok or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
So
briefly.
you will have to, there is 8 steps to actually get it covered. And that ninth step is actually how to get. Now, if you get it covered through insurance, you also have aftercare as well. Aftercare is extremely important, especially those lymphatic drain massages. If you get the surgery covered, then you can also get the lymphatic drain massages covered under
Another
insurance.
another benefit to having it covered is because if you have a complication, and you're just getting regular cosmetic surgery, your insurance does not cover any of the hospital stay, any aftercare. You're stuck with the bill. So it's really beneficial to get it
Absolutely.
covered.
Absolutely. That is a huge, huge, huge benefit with that because so let's say for me for an example, I don't know why they call them this, but dog ears. So what that is after a tummy tuck, you get on the ends of your incisions from hip to hip, they have it's kind of stuck out and you will have to have a revision. So if you get that covered under insurance, they will pay for your revision. But if you get it through, if you pay out of pocket, you sign a bunch of paperwork. And that means that you pretty much admit that it's cosmetic. So if anything were to happen during your surgery or afterwards, you are responsible for that. If insurance pays for that, they're responsible for anything that happens during the surgery or afterwards. So that's another plus of getting it covered through insurance.
Absolutely. So what's the process like? Where did you begin?
So what you need are the CPT codes to actually find out if it's even covered or not. Once you get the CPT codes, I go through all of this in the one-on-one session. So I will give you the CPT codes on how to get it covered. Then you will need to have prior authorization from your provider. So once you have that, you will need that. And for how long? You need to find out how long documentation is for. You will also need to find a surgeon in your network, in your area. So I will give you several options on how to find a surgeon because finding a surgeon that you trust is one of the most important things of this entire process. Because if you don't have a surgeon that you trust, you could potentially be botched or something else. And I think that having several options is very important. For me, it took me a year and 5 surgeons to get it right. So, and you may not like the first surgeon that you pick. So, and even if you do get a referral, I got a referral and from a doctor, and I particularly did not have that trust and relationship with them. And I just felt kind of awkward and I felt stuck. I didn't have like, I felt like I had to pick that person and that doctor. And then I realized, no, I don't. Like, this is my body. This is my surgery. And I want the best results possible. So I can pick my surgeon. And so, I did my own research and I figured out how to find a surgeon. And, I did extensive research on it, but I finally found the right surgeon.
Do you cover what you were looking for in your surgeon and your one-on-ones?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
And I give it takes about 45 minutes to really give you all of the information. And then afterwards, I give you the floor. So if you have any questions at all regarding anything, it's not just about, the steps, it's anything. So the surgery itself or aftercare, anything, I give you the floor. And then on top of that, I guarantee you, after you get off the phone with me, you're probably going to have questions. So I created a Facebook group. So at any time during the process, if you have a question or something, you can reach out and ask any questions as you like. This is a very scary time and very overwhelming and everything. And like I said, I never really had a support system or those people where I can kind of go to when, you know, I had a bad day, or if I had a good day, I wanted to share that. That group is, you know, potentially for that specific reason. And, you know, ultimately, I would like to have people that connect. And it's not just me that's going through it, because, you know, I am going through these surgeries. It's you too that's going through the surgeries as well. And all of these people are going through it. So if you have someone in your area that's in your group, I would love for them to connect and have that person that you can have like a meet and greet, and kind of have that person that you can go through it. And, you know, I would love to have like, you know, just a meet and greet for all of us one day, to where we can, you know, just show off our bodies and just be amazing, because ultimately we are women and we do have flaws. We do have insecurities with ourselves. And whatever you are going through, we're all going through it. And I think that having a support system is a huge, huge, huge thing that we need to have.
Absolutely. 100% agree. What's your biggest piece of advice to somebody who is having cosmetic surgery?
Do your research. You know, I think a lot of it is misinformation. And, you know, I honestly, I really think it's misinformation. You know, and a lot of it is your mental health as well. It's not just a physical thing, it is a mental thing as well. Your, you know, for me that went through body dysmorphia, it has a lot to do with your mental health as well. And if you do not take care of your mental health before you get on the table, it's not going to go away. You are still going to have that mental health issue as soon as you get off the table, and it might get worse.
It almost makes it worse because you don't
It
recognize
does.
the person that you see once you get off the table. So it's kind of a catch 22. So mental health is so important.
Absolutely. And I always tell everyone, you know, whatever that is, if you go to therapy, or if you try and do some other way to help your mental health, then do it before you get on the table, because I guarantee you it's going to get worse. Because I know people that have gotten the surgery and they look at other parts of their body and look and see, oh my gosh, well, that's bigger now that, you know, I've gotten this done, because this is gone and this is skinnier. But now this is bigger. So maybe I have to get this done and this done. And they depict their body, whereas it's technically your mind that really needs to be worked on. So your mental health and your physical health are extremely important. It's not just your physical health.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much taking the time to share all this. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share before we go?
No, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.